Hey guys, welcome back. So we're doing the reveal now on the second white 333. We're just about done with the car. We're missing two pieces on the engine bay side, which is the distributor top cover and the bogey cord holder. But other than that, car is done. Came out good. We had quite a few issues on this car. When I say issues, I'm talking about the teething issues. One test driving and so on like that. One is with the gearbox. Basically a grind in fourth gear, sorted that out. And then just a couple of niggly bits. But prior to that, the car actually drives very well. She came out good. She came out good. So, if you guys, let's just go quickly on the history on this car, right? So if you remember, we got this car in basically as I drove it out, I was able to drive the car down the road here and back, and that's it, it stopped there. But everything was, this car was not a car that you could, it was not a car that, it wasn't a clean car to start off with, right? So it was a car that was packed away, parked away, and that's it. And I think we got it up to a stage where she is a looker. She's not only a looker, she's basically back to stock, back to original. And again, I'm going to emphasize on, this is where all the time goes. The time doesn't go on painting the car and starting to assemble the car. The time goes on trying to get the correct bolts in place, the correct nuts, bolts, clips, and not what we think should be there. It's basically what the car should have on it. And if you guys remember correctly, we've been having our own issues with body work and the final paint product and so on like that. And I think we've overcome that. Look, the car looks good. She's had its cut and polish. She hasn't had its final polish as yet, which is the glaze polish. And I think she came out good. Again, the chroming on the car. I think the chroming does justice on this vehicle. Right, so it was worth it for us to wait for the chroming, worth it for us to go through all the drama and get it to look to this point here. I think she came out good. So have a look at the interior quickly. Right, and the interior is nice and soft and subtle. And it's complete. It's everything in there the way it's supposed to be. Tucked in nicely. Look, we're gonna go on a test drive shortly. And the test drive will reveal, I think the test drive will reveal the outcome of the car. So the test drive will reveal all the time gone into basically deadening the car out, sound deadening it correctly, so not overkilling it on a sound deadening. And normally when you say about sound deadening, everybody thinks about just plastering it through, all the way through. And then you come afterwards and you have issues with your carpet not lining up properly. And if you ever look at the carpet, right, you can see it's basically tucked in as it should be. It's not creasing up in the wrong places. It's not crumbling up in the wrong places. We've got, look at the vents on the dashboard. So look, the car hasn't been through a detail as yet, right? Just before we deliver, we'll do a detail on it. But look at the vents on the dashboard. And it's just the whole put together of everything on it. I think this car came out good. I really think it came out good. And the scary part is that we are starting to get better and better at putting it together, at not faster, we're starting to get better at doing things. So it doesn't mean that we only have to follow the same way that BM done it. It means that we found the flaws of, it's not a whole lot of flaws because we were engineers basically, even though it was a car put together in its time, right, in South Africa. But still, there were people that could think logically of how to put a car together. So there are a couple of issues here and there, but nothing major. And we're able to correct it. So, you know, if you look at, when I talk to you about the small detail of these cars, right, you know, people forget that there's actually grommets here. These grommets over here. Look at the detail in place in the corners. And that's what I always emphasize with you guys, is getting the car together. It's not just about completing the car. I'm going to show you guys now when we go for a test drive, right? Okay, let me do this here. So, Lush, I don't know if you want to come from that side there. Coming from the interior, I want to show them the dashboard lights. So, I want to show you how nice this dashboard actually lights up. So, I don't know if you're going to see me in daytime now. Can't see it. Yeah, but if you can see what I see, right, it's lit up nicely, calmly. And here's the beauty part about it. Standing outside the car, and she starts up. So we've got our check light. Everybody knows the check light is on. If you go back to the check panel, everything works here, right? So I'm not going to press the check light now. Because I'd like to show you that this is the brake light. And this is standard with an E30. So the minute I tap on the brake pedal for the first time, the light will come off. Now I can come back to the check light and show you basically everything working. So nothing has been deleted. Meaning that all the faults are sorted out in this car. The car drives absolutely smooth. There's not a rattle on the car. And you guys will hear it now. So I think let's go for the drive. Let's go for the drive and hopefully you're going to feel what I'm trying to show you people. And I really like for a person to sit in the car and actually see what we're talking about. Let's go. Okay, so like I told you about the check light, that is working. Right? So this car has got the seatbelt rail on the seatbelt light. Basically, yeah. So seatbelt's disconnected. You can see the light is on and the light is on. That's how the electronics should work. So everybody battles to get used to the dog leg. For some reason, sorry, let me move this mic. For some reason, when I drive the 635 to the dog leg, I battle with those cars. But in the triple threes, it's like second nature. So I tell them, it's fine. Okay, so I need to get fuel on the car. Get fuel in the car. Okay, so let's see now. I just want to see if I can get a meeting on before. Because the only thing I done definitely now is push the radio. That you don't get disturbed. So the radio is temporary, which I'm not connecting it up, is it? Because I haven't put speakers in the car. A lot of these cars are not. I don't want to put my preference in and then somebody else has a different preference on it. So the triple threes, you guys know, came with clocks. You have the 260 cluster on it. I think I've been through the triple three with everybody, so the guy's ice cold now, so let's see. It's gonna warm. So remember, this motor is super tight. We basically got about 80 k's on this motor, right? And we still got a runner in and I'm still gonna do alignment on the guy. You can see the steering is out the back. So it's a bit of a bummer. Basically a nice steering, but she has to go for alignment, she has to go for tendency. So this is how easy this car is to drive. Right? And it's, for me, I've always told her that I always prefer a triple three. But it's not, I won't say preference. This is what a person's going to get used to, so I'll go back into second. It's not preference. You get different opinions or you get different reactions as to driving the triple three and an IS. Right? So the IS, everybody knows an IS. Whether, like I told you guys before, even if it's a 318 with a kit on it and a wheel on it, and everybody will whistle for you and carry on with you. But an IS just gets attention. That's how it is, right? So you'll always find that IS has got to tone properly. It's got to tone properly. And it gets attention. The triple three, what I've noticed, especially when I do my test drives and so on like that, that people don't really notice you. So the only people that notice you is the enthusiasts that know the car. Like I said, some know that properties exist, but they don't even know if this is a roll-up, or a lot of people won't even know about that. Just here, clear the car needs alignment. But I'm driving this car, only doing 40 or 50, there's some traffic around there. You always gotta watch these guys at the back, especially on this road. And that's the second gear, and this is what I like about the M30 motors, they're very funky motors. So I'll roll it away. And she's very drivable. And she's very drivable. And the amount of torque available low down is unbelievable. Unbelievable, basically, on this guy here. Okay, remember something, the motor is still very tight. I've tuned the motor with no dyno, right, just with the AFR gauge. And I can't really tune it as much. I have restricted it about to, I think, to 4,500, just so that when I give it to the customer, it doesn't get wrapped up on there. Until we do 1,000, and then I'll do an oil change on it, break off the heads, check the temperatures again. Yeah, so it's oil change, check the temperatures, break off the heads, and then it can go in for proper tune, basically, right? So I'll still try and tune it, but your best way is you need a dyno or a road dyno, basically, to tune this car. So, but just as we get used to it, she's effortless, she's quiet, she's effortless. I don't think we can emphasize on how quiet these cars are, right, and how quiet it is inside the car. So that's why the sunroof open. Right, my windows are closed. It's cold outside, but this guy is just. That's third gear. The one thing that I do have to do is the inspection light. I've got to reset it. We haven't reset it as well. So get out of this traffic, yeah. Everything works as it should. So the road that we're going to take now is the same road that I took you through on the Silver IS, and the road is bumpy. This is how quiet this guy is. We're going over upside at this point. This road is very clear. She's just calm. She's just smooth and drivable, and this road is just, it's a rough. You'll hear a lot of that you never know exist in this car, but she's quiet. What I do think that the tire pressure is a bit hard, because I do feel it a little bit hard on bumps and on my head. So I know it's definitely not the suspension. Never know, because I normally take a friend of mine, actually my buddy is Sam, the mechanic. So I normally take him out before test drives, and I'm allowed to pick him up. I don't know if he's going to be on video. So if I do cut the video and start it over again afterwards, see, back into second, and second is up here. So it does get confusing, but I think I've learned to drive the properties over time, and it's become second nature. But she's just easy to drive. I love it. She's got a lot of torque load on. So I'm gonna cut the video now, alright, and just ask him if he doesn't mind being on video, and then he can also give his opinion on the guy as well. Okay, so I have picked the beacon up, and he agreed to be on video. Alright, so the beacon normally comes through with me every time I do a highway test.
So every car that we basically restored, the maintenance driver. So again, the guy is warmed up now. When I told her that, so what I done was, there's a second stage on the EPS. So if you pull this, I can pull it off. So when it doesn't get wound up, this motor is like around 100 kilos on the motor. So yeah. But to make it quiet, no rattles, no squeaks. You used to play cars, right? Can I talk about the S here? Okay, so the bigger actually got an Evo 2. The Evo 2 335i is. And it's got 42,000. 42 or 47,000. Okay. Let's just say 40,000 and 40 odd thousand kilos on the floor. So an original car hasn't been butchered. It's not mileage done back. It's a car that this guy is heard about. No one has ever seen it. I've seen it. Yeah. Right? But there is a couple of guys who've seen the car, but it's not a car that gets prostituted or driven or goes on to runs and all of that. It's just a car it's a clean car. So Tomika is accustomed to cars of that caliber, right? That's why every time I take him for a drive or take his dad for a drive, when we do our test runs, because it's also good for someone else to hear what we aren't able to hear. Your thoughts?
Very, very clean. Everything is found. The stuff. No rattles, no squeaks.
Oh no. So the last guy you said in I never took it out previous night, I was late.
No.
Yeah. I found her there on the Friday. But the previous white IS it came with you.
Yes.
And then the big two cars. I think this guy's much quieter.
For me, it is a bit more quieter. Rides a bit softer as well.
And probably it's generally right. I something like this.
Rides much softer.
Not exactly. I compared to the IS, like the silver IS. The silver IS was the first car that we done right there. But in the video also I said that there's a good few things that we didn't do on that car. That I'm actually stuffing the interior out now. Purely. Right, and that should quiet the car down even more. So also you don't want the cars to be too quiet because you don't want to take the whole feel of it. You know what I'm saying? It must not be no car. Okay, so we're not going to take a drive on the highway now, right? It's 4 o'clock, past 10. Not now, 4:45. Right. So this is peak hour traffic. We're going to be sitting in traffic and I don't really want to sit in traffic on the highway. But yeah, she has been to discover him on a mileage on the motor. She's got a slight misfire. But I think that's got to do with the TPS. And I'm going to leave it like that for now. I will put the mileage on and then we can lift the RPM, we can lift the limiter up basically again. And then enjoy the car. But she's got, okay, so one more thing I do want to check with you. Compared to the white car, right? The previous, so this is now the previous white car. Okay. There was 89 millimeter more meaning that guy is still kept there 3.2, 3.3 or just, it's actually 3.2. This car, we reborn. So we got the 3 liter 3.3 top. The head has been flowed and we've got full 535 on this car. Just got a splatter in. There is a splatter, but it'll be too top. So I can feel, you know, even though it's like 300 cc's worth of, well, the difference is 300 cc's, but it's a noticeable difference. It has. You can feel it. This guy is talking. You don't need to rate it like this guy. Okay, this guy should be powered out of 5,600 RPM. 5.7 at max, right? And the power bed is going to die as to the M30s. They make about 6,300 RPM. So that's the bigger motors, the bigger V6 motors. And yes, if you go in the cabin flow it, you can get power bed high, you can the curve of a tire. But just load on this guy is so drivable. It's so enjoyable. It's enjoyable. It's quiet. Power. No. You know what I'm saying? It's a double three. So that's also another difference of the double three. I don't know if it's me, but I feel that like with the IS, you know, IS you wanna drive a car. You know what I'm saying? And I find it it is lighter. It is slightly lighter, right? And it's not. I don't actually think it's lighter. I think it's the weight balance of the car that you can feel. Because this motor does set about this much. I haven't measured it, but it sets about this much forward. Right, so it sits right against the cradle. Whereas IS, you still got enough gap there. You got enough gap still for your bus fan and still some vent there as well. But you can feel the difference. But it's not noticeably different where the car is uncontrollable and you can't drive it like how some people say. It's not like that.
But it's just more of a cruiser.
It's a cruiser. So yes, it's a. So I call the 333 a highway. More of a highway car.
Yes.
You know
It
what I'm saying?
doesn't need hammering. It's just for the nice Sunday drive.
Yeah, it's a nice Sunday drive. Yes, you can flow it and carry on, but it's not. I don't think the 333s were meant for your robot runnings and so on like that. Whereas IS, you want to play robot, you want to play on the short streets. The silver car is 2.9, and when I turn that even on video, and you're turning and you're squeezing,
Yes.
that car comes loose.
Yeah. That guy is very nice throttle response.
No, that guy is. This guy here, you'll find the throttle response is much higher. Not throttle response. The torque. Sorry. So this car it's not as, it's got a lot of torque load on, right? But it's not as loose load on. Right? So I've never tried to spin a 333. I don't ever think I'll work and spin a 333 because I don't like it. Right? But with the IS, you don't have to really clutch it and spin it. That car just comes loose. And it's a difference between the two cars. And I think it's also, it's the eras, the different eras, the two different eras of drives. That's what it is. The IS was meant for the track, it was meant for the superboss. The 333, what was it meant for? It was put together. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted big power in a lighter car. And they got it. So guys, anyway, let me know what you guys think. So this is going to be tuned on. Let me know what you think. And yeah.
Okay, so that was the drive, right? Let me know what you guys think. I'm not gonna open the engine bay up. You guys have seen this car. You've seen the short videos of it. Just open it up anyway. But you've seen all the shorts. Just watch how this bonnet opens. And that's how E30 bonnet is supposed to open and pop up nicely. So basic simple engine bay. So I just gotta get actually two covers: bogey cord cover, the diagnostic cover, and the bogey cord holder. So I'm waiting for that to come, then we can finish it up. But I think she came out good. Told you, she drives superbly. The drive is extra smooth, and whoever tells you that a 333 drives crappish, you know what to tell them. So let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe and share. Drop a comment, let me know your thoughts on it, and let's get the next ones. Cheers guys.